Joining us now is Steven Ellis, associate director, or editor rather, of the Daily Faceoff. He joins us from the rink in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Steven, got to imagine that there were some empty seats because the Americans were not playing in the semifinal last night. But this is 3 years in a row, and not even that it's happened 3 years in the final seconds that Czechia has eliminated Canada. Take me through your thoughts of last night's game.
That was one heck of a game, and I think you got to give a lot of credit to the Czechs. This is the best roster this team has ever brought to this tournament. They're trying to win gold for the first time since 2001, and I think they took that first game against Canada and they learned some lessons. They learned how to go out there and be a bit more aggressive, a bit quicker, and they don't have the amount of talent that Canada does in terms of that pure raw skill. They only have one forward that's a first-round pick. When you look at Canada, it's almost every single player in their lineup is a first-round pick. But they just played hard, and they just took advantage of all of the defensive mistakes for Canada, and they're going to the gold medal game today.
Yeah, don't think there's any sort of hockey summit happening in this country right after a loss like this. You mentioned it, right? How good the Czechs were after losing to Canada in the first game of the tournament. They reeled off, I think it was 4 or 5 straight wins after that, including in the quarterfinals. But it still is heartbreaking for Canada because here we are again. Canada is going to play for the bronze medal, but no gold now in 3 years.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. And you look at this rivalry in particular has become so exciting in the last couple of years. You look at the U18 level, the Hlinka Gretzky, the tournaments that kind of lead into an event like this. Canada has actually beaten Czechia for gold multiple times with a lot of the same players on both sides. So it's been really cool to see that. But in the end, the rest of the hockey world is catching up. The days of Canada steamrolling through teams and easily winning gold every year, those are done, but that's good for this tournament. It's good for hockey because you want these other countries to catch up. And for the Czechs, they've shown that they're not going to be an easy out no matter what.
Yeah, you see that too, right? The Americans lost to Finland in the quarterfinals and still haven't won World Juniors at home. A couple of games here in a little bit as well. Take us through. Canada will play Finland for the bronze, and then Sweden, Czechia. We're going to get a team outside of Canada, the U.S., and Finland, a new gold medal winner, which hasn't happened in a number of years.
Yeah, so when you look at the Canada-Finland game, that's a rematch of what we saw on New Year's Eve, and that was chaos. If you like goaltending, that matchup didn't have much of it. It was 3-3 very early in that game, but it was very exciting. It was one of the best games of that round robin. And then when you look at that gold medal game later today, I think Sweden's been unstoppable. They haven't lost a game in this tournament. They've been very good, but we know that they tend to struggle when it comes to the gold medal game. They haven't won since 2012. But Czechia hasn't won since 2001. So, yeah, this is going to be just a big moment for either organizer, either country, no matter what happens.
Yeah, a couple of highly motivated teams indeed. Steven Ellis, associate editor of the Daily Faceoff. Thanks, Steven, for this. Enjoy the games today.
Thanks so much.